Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to go over my turkey vest and what I put in it. So here's my turkey vest. It's probably 15-20 years old, but lots of pockets, lots of storage, and of course back here where you put your decoys or your expired turkeys. A lot easier than carrying them over your shoulder, and it's also got the orange flag that you can drape over if you got a turkey back here to keep you from getting shot at. So, what I carry in my vest. First, I have these 3 decoys. These are about as old as that vest. You can see the paint's coming off of them. It's a hen and 2 jakes. I think they used to call it the love triangle. I don't use decoys a whole lot, but when I do, that's the ones I use, and of course the sticks for the decoys. One tip, guys, if you're using decoys and there's any kind of wind blowing, make sure you stick a stick. If you have this decoy stuck in the ground, make sure you put a stick along each side of this tail to keep that wind from blowing this decoy in circles. Because if it starts to spin in circles, your turkeys that you had coming are no longer coming. They'll be gone. Next thing, keep a couple extra shells. I have my locator calls, gobble, an owl hoot, a crow call. I really don't ever use them, but I do carry them in there. Still sounds good. Mouth calls. These are, like I said in the previous video, I have a 2.5 reed split V. These are made by a buddy of mine, John LeGrand, and Mountain Screamer Game Calls. He makes them just perfect for my liking. I think he's on Facebook if you guys want to check him out. He also made this glass call. Great calls. So next thing, guys, is my box calls. This is an old 835 Loman box call. Or not 835, I'm sorry, 870. Still sounds really good. I think this is actually the call that we used to kill that turkey this past youth season. Chalk. And this is the old HS Strut Mama Hen. Another one that sounds I just like the way it sounds. A lot of different sound between the two. Like I said in my previous videos, you just gotta keep your options open. The other thing is my glass calls. I use this triple glass majority of the time. This is also a good call. And in my strikers, I don't know where my acrylic striker is, but as I said in the previous video, it can be pouring down rain. If you use that acrylic striker on that glass call, it will continue to work. Speaking of the pouring down rain, one thing I keep in my vest is Ziploc bags. Why I keep these in my vest? Because when you're hunting in the pouring rain, you do not want these getting wet. So if it starts to rain, I get my Ziploc bags out, put my box calls in them, and I'm still good to go. Other items, face mask. This is not my favorite. I like the 3/4 face mask a lot. I don't know where that one's at. Sock cap. It's kind of got a mossy look to it. I really like the way that looks. Waterproof gloves. I mean, I've hunted in some pretty nasty weather and I really like those. Pair of jersey gloves. And probably the gloves I use the most often, the fingerless gloves, where you can feel your trigger and work your calls better, I think. I think that covers everything that's in my bag. One thing I wanted to mention, guys, if you don't have a good set of leafy wear, I started using leafy wear, I couldn't tell you how many years ago, but this stuff absolutely changed how close those turkeys will get to you without being spooked. They will get, I've had them so close, it's unbelievable. Within an arm's reach from me, gobblers. And so if you don't have a set, this is a really nice set. I don't know who made this. I think I picked it up at Cabela's one day. Very, very important. I have the jacket and the pants with a 3/4 face mask and that sock cap. Man, you're really hidden. It breaks up that outline and makes a big difference. So I think that covers everything in my my turkey vest. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you next time.